Hello, everybody. Well, this is a bit of an experiment because ultimately I'm improvising with my technology. So I'm hoping that the volume will be high enough for you all and that you'll be able to see everything that you need to see. I am here in Grand Cayman wearing something I would never normally wear in a yoga practice. And I'm actually dedicating this flow to the wonderful Colette Jolin, who sadly passed out of her physical last February the 13th. We're getting close to that date now, and she's been around a lot. Now, this woman, when I first met her, was at a red tent gathering in Brighton, and she recited her poem about bleeding, about waiting for your noontime, your period, and bleeding. And I just want to say right before I go into this that this practice is suitable for anyone who's got a new idea that they're conceiving, that they're growing inside of themselves. So anything that's new, that's wanting to stick, take root and grow, this is a great practice for that. Also for settling the nervous system. It's brilliant for menstrual flow. I've just come on today. Also for fertility and for early pregnancy. But it's a restorative practice that will calm your nervous system, so you don't need to have any of those previous ideas apply. You can still really enjoy this practice. Back to Colette. So this amazing poem of hers about waiting for her bleed and how we get so caught up in ourselves as women. We feel like the dam waiting to burst, right? And certainly my partner really got the brunt of that yesterday. I was snappier than usual and emotional. And you know, we warn our men, we warn them that, you know, it's best to tread carefully with us when we are waiting for our bleed, and also to adopt tenderness, compassion, patience, care attitude, rather than a sort of gruff, oh, you're always premenstrual, or, you know, it's always that time of the month, or whatever. My beloved's really learning quickly in terms of actually the sarcasm doesn't work at that time of the month. It's not funny. And actually asking for what you want, how you want to be treated, really, really helps. He's a really quick learner. And it's really nice when someone you love, whether they're a male in your life or a sister, you know, a mother, a daughter, just knowing how you want to be treated and asking to be treated in that way when you are challenged, when you're going through a difficult time. This really, really helps. And also, it's worth noting the value of our menstrual flow. You know, we're full of trace minerals and precious heavy metals, etc. As we let go and let flow, we are detoxing from all of the physical, emotional, and psychological stuff that we have absorbed from ourselves and others around us through the month. And for those of you who are in partnership with a male, then what you do when you bleed is you detox for them emotionally and psychologically and physically too. So it's a huge energetic purge that needs to be given the time and the space to actually allow its full expression. And this goes with anything in life. If you are wanting to move forward in a new direction, then what's needed is to be able to let go of the stuff that's holding you back. So you'll always go through a process of resistance as you expand your comfort zone. You meet the edge of that comfort zone, you'll meet your resistance. And if you've already done lots of reprogramming and cleared your subconscious, then you'll be meeting the how do we put it? The expression of you in the now moment. So you'll be meeting the version of you that has current beliefs. And sometimes those current beliefs can be out of sync with the new beliefs you need to adopt to expand into a new version of yourself. So always we are updating, recalibrating, realigning, expanding our version of ourselves. So what we may have felt was true a day ago changes as we gather more information. So again, in my series of shame, I've been doing bum yoga posts, etc., on the basis of sort of bringing out there things as women that if we don't have this perfect model figure and we don't fit into the mold of old, which thank God there's been such a shift in expression of beauty over the last decade or two, we can feel a lot of shame around sort of sharing our bodies, exposing our bodies, and even being seen in a sexual way when our intention is really just to be in the fullness of our power, which includes sexiness, you know, as well as strength, as well as softness, as well as compassion. We are all the multifaceted aspects of our diamond, and so is the masculine in our lives. we all have an inner and an inner masculine and feminine, and then we have relationships with others who may consider themselves to be masculine or male or female. Genitalia is one thing, expression of your personal truth is another. We have non-binary, we have bisexual, we have, those who just don't want to be in any way connected to a title, to an expression of gender, and that's absolutely fine. But what I would like is for everybody to own their creative power and to understand that your creative power is both the masculine and the feminine principles within you uniting. So that's what today's practice will really be about. Will be about inviting that. So if we bring this into a multidimensional yoga perspective, we're talking about creating an accitonal alignment. So anchoring into our earth chakra, activating our soul chakra, activating our awareness of the chakras beyond that. So there are lots of chakras, but for now you want to think of your main 7. The one that's just below the earth, 8. You've got one in the center of the earth, 9. And then you go above your head, 10. Then you have your stellar gateway, 11, universal gateway, 12, cosmic gateway, 13. And I know I've expressed this in different ways in the past, but that's what comes to me now as the way that I really work with it. So let's get going. All right, so I've got no props. I'm sitting without a block. I'm sitting in easy pose, but it would be great if you had a pillow to put under your bum if you find that you rock backwards easily. So you want to sit forward on your sitting bones and also roll the thighs in and back. Okay, so you're sitting on the sitting bones as best you can. And let's just take a moment to stretch out. And as you stretch out, let yourself move a little side to side. So there's no need to overly pull in the abdomen. Just allow yourself to root down through your sitting bones. Allow yourself to open into the space around you. And hopefully you're enjoying the fact that you can hear the swaying of the trees. Just let yourself get in a flow. So you've got the movement now. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Just go in your flow. When it feels good for you, you can reach an arm down. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up and exhale over. So as I'm stretching over to my left, I'm anchoring my right sitting bone down. Stretch up and over to the other side. So you're engaging the shoulder blade onto the back, inhaling, exhaling over. Inhaling and exhaling over. Inhaling, exhaling over. So aiming to breathe in and out through the nose. Beautiful. Reaching both the arms up. Stretching up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down through the center. Stretch them forward. And just let yourself yawn your body awake. Okay, so you're stretching your hands forward, just allowing yourself to go as deep into this stretch as is comfortable for you. Just move your inner thighs back. And again, let the breath be deep. Let it be free and easy. You can take the arms a little bit wider. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin up. Inhale forward. And exhale back. And then inhale. And as you stretch to one side, so I'm keeping the left arm down, just stretching through the right side, keeping the left shoulder blade on the back, making lots of space, inhaling, exhaling over, inhaling up, and exhaling over. Yeah, inhale, and exhale. Great work. Going over to the other side, shoulder blades on the back, reaching up, and exhale over. So it's all about making space when you're feeling contracted. Making that space is lovely. If you're in early pregnancy, just allowing the moves, the stretching to be gentle, keeping the belly soft. And then bowing. So shoulder blades on the back, inhale. Exhale, bow deep. Inhale up. And exhale, bow. One more time. If it feels good to come really low down, you can make a pillow with your hands and just rest your forehead on your hands. You want this to be a really gentle, sweet stretch for you, okay? So if it's too much, back off. You can always come onto your elbows, hold your chin, or you can be higher up. It's absolutely fine. Just give yourself a few breaths there. And then slowly come up. So we've anchored forward, we've anchored to the side. We want to stretch and open the chest. Take the hands back. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, drop the chin down. Inhale up. Exhale, drop the chin down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then push yourself up. So you're going to be sitting on your sitting bones now. And this is where we can bring one hand to the lower belly, one hand to the center of the chest. I've got the left up, right down. If that feels good for you, go for it. And take a moment before we go any further to imagine that you are surrounded by a beautiful sphere of compassion. And this sphere is a holographic sphere. You can make it as big as the room or the space that you're in. And this holographic sphere is made of trillions of little spheres all spinning on their own axis. So if you look around the walls of this sphere, you'll see it's made of trillions of little spheres all spinning to the frequency of compassion. So all you have to do through your practice is remember there is a core line that connects you, which we access. So if you imagine it connects your whole body to the earth and to the source of all that is. Just take a moment to close your eyes and look towards your heart. So being willing to dive deeply into your own heart, the abyss of your own being, guided by the shimmering light of the diamond that is your divine spark, deep in the depths of the darkness. And as you swim towards it or float towards it or take yourself there, it comes towards you. And you hover just as you reach to touch it. And as you bring this diamond into your heart, into your hand, really recognizing your essence here, just finding your essence. Through holding it, it expands into a rod of light. And this rod of light moves down through your body, through your pelvic floor, into your earth chakra. And then up through the crown of your head, through the sun, through the center of our universe, the center of the multiverse. And we plug into the source of all that is. We feed that light through the sun, through our bodies, into our earth chakra. So our practice will transmute whatever dense energy we've been holding on to into pure love light, pure infinite love light. I'm going to send that around the planet. That's the intention of the practice. So if we're bleeding, we are releasing the toxicity we've been holding on to, thought forms, emotions, beliefs about ourselves and others. If we are in early pregnancy or seeking to grow a baby, and we're not actually menstruating, just allowing ourselves to release any fears, any anxiety, any stress around this whole intention. So just allow yourself to receive the love and repeat after me. I am all that is. I am all that is. I am all that is. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am that. I am. Beautiful. Slowly bring yourself back. Release your hands. Just bring them in front of you. Slowly wake up your central channel. So you're working through the wrists, through the fingers, breathing in up, and then switching the direction, breathing out down. Again, in and up, out and down. Very nice. And just giving the shoulders a little bit of love, inhaling back, exhaling down. Inhaling back, exhaling down. So you just let yourself get into the flow of your breath. And let's just allow the shoulders to move up and back with your nose making a few circles. So you exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. And then go the other way. Nice and slow. We're always rushing. So slow your breath down, you'll slow your mind down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours. So just allowing yourself again, I've got quite a nice thick mat here, but if you allow yourself something under your knees if you need it, keep your knees and your ankles parallel, wrists just a little bit forward of your shoulders, just a bit, okay? So you press through your fingertips and your knuckle pads, bring them right here, and then breathe in, so soften down, look up. Exhale, push the ground away, round it back. Inhale, soften down, up. Exhale, round. Inhale, down. And exhale. And then you can take this a step further, breathing in. And then exhale, round your back, bottom towards your heels, scoop forward. And then exhale back again. So you inhale forward, exhale back. And you bring the elbows down, but lift them as soon as you need to, okay? If it feels good to stretch back into a child's pose, then go for it. Just stretch the arms forward and come up onto your fingertips. Take the knees wide. Feel the shoulder blades on the back and rest your forehead down. Take the breath up and down the spine, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Unless that's difficult for you, in which case breathe out through your mouth. Long, slow out. You can bring yourself forward so that now the knees and the hips are parallel. And then exhale over to the side. Okay, so you keep your hips where they are. Just stretch through the side. Move the hips back a little bit. And then inhale, center. Exhale over to the other side. So breathe here for a couple of breaths, just stretching the sides out. Come back to the center. So this is where downward facing dog is a favorite. Now you want to make sure that you're keeping the knees bent, okay? And you're lifting up, stretching through, moving the hips back. Just having a little stretch. You don't want to be spending too long in down dog if it's your menstrual flow. Ideally, we want to be feeling as though the uterus is given the chance to work with gravity. So stretch back, keep the knees bent, pedal your heels, give yourself the stretch that you need. Notice what I'm doing here is I'm keeping lifted in the arms, okay? And bending the knees to take the tops of the thighs back, stretching through, and then bringing the knees down. Stretch back to child. Just breathe through the sides, okay? Breathe through the sides of your body. Relax the forehead down. Take your breath to your lower back. You've got a whole nerve plexus at the base of the spine. Just feel yourself nourishing your lower back, nourishing the sacral chakra, the womb space, if that's relevant to you. Bringing light and love into your being. Breathing deeply. And come forward. We'll take the right leg forward to start with. Just allow yourself to rock forward and back. So you're checking that the foot, the knee and the ankle line up. You're just giving yourself a little bit of a stretch forward and back. Making a few little circles one way. The the other way. And then it can feel really nice to turn the toes out and stretch and open the body. Okay, so breathe in, open up. If it feels good for you, stretch the arm overhead. And breathe. So you don't need to go too deep. If it's feeling too much for you, just stretch the arm, take it back. Exhale forward, inhale back. And exhale and inhale. So we're making the space for change. Making the space for light and love and all the things we want. Release that arm. If you want to take this any deeper, you can lift the back knee, pull the feet towards each other, soften between the shoulder blades. If you need a good stretch through the hips, pulling the feet towards each other, moving the inner thighs back and rooting the tailbone down. If that feels like it's too much, we've softened between the shoulder blades as well. You can bring the back knee down, keep pulling the back knee and front foot towards each other. If this is feeling good for you, go for it. Okay? Keep lining up the hips. If you want to go deeper, you come down onto your elbows. Just keep pulling the front foot and back knee towards each other. Any spontaneous sound that wants to come, go with it. I'm working here with my breath, so keeping the belly soft. And then taking the back knee down and turning onto that back hip. So it's a bit of an odd stretch, this one, but I love it. Stretch up, stretch behind, take hold of the back of the head. So you really, if you're interested in your chakras, you're working with the root, the sacral, the solar plexus. Just allowing some organic movement here. Great work. And then you can come out of that, again, coming back to the center. This is where we can take the front leg back, push back into a down dog. Okay, and then bring your knees to the ground and stretch forward with the arms. So you're getting into a really nice stretch, chin on the ground, bum back. Again, it's just to relieve the lower back if you're menstruating. You don't want to spend too long with your pelvis up. Stretch it back. Again, you may really feel the difference there between the two sides. So we'll work onto the other side. If your wrists are sore, just bring yourself onto your fingertips. You can see my foot's to the outside of my hand. Just making a few little circles one way and then the other way. Just feeling into this. Pulling that front foot and back knee towards each other. So you're just rocking a little bit forward and back, guiding your body into what you're going to do next. Just feeling into how it feels on this side, doing whatever movements need to happen, keeping the belly soft. And then you're turning the toes out, stretching up, stretching back. If that feels good for you, you can stretch the arm overhead. Relaxing. And as I did before, if it's better for you to flow with your breath, inhale back and exhale forward. So you inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale and exhale. So give it a couple of breaths, open up, release down when you're ready. Turning those toes in. And again, if it feels good for you, lifting the back knee, pulling the feet towards each other. Okay, so as you pull the feet towards each other, you're lining up the hips. This back hip, thighs rolling in, you're moving the inner thigh back, and then it's an addition to push the heel away, but you want to pull the feet towards each other and then push the heel away. And again, if you would prefer to bring the back knee down, you can. Just keep pulling the front foot, back knee towards each other. You'll find one side may need longer than the other. You go deeper. Keep pulling the feet towards each other, moving the inner thighs back. So you're not tucking under, you're sticking your bum out as best you can, squaring your hips. Wow, that's intense. Then bring the back knee down and turning onto the outside edge of the hip. So again, just feel into it. Feel where you need to go with this. Like for me, lifting the hips up, stretching back on this side feels amazing. I'm using my elbow, just feeling into where in my body I need to stretch. Again, you know, you may feel more cautious in early pregnancy, that's fine. Just listen in. If you want to go deeper, you can. Keep the hip down, find the stretch. And releasing forward. Again, lifting that back knee, moving back. So if you like the idea of a vinyasa, come to plank, bring the knees down. We're okay to be on our bellies in early pregnancy for a short while, okay? But just keep this very gentle, these little back bends. You're not going to want to go deep. Release down, okay? And from here, if you want to come into Sphinx, bring the elbows forward. And just inhale, open up. So if you're comfortable here, great. If you're not, just come up onto your knees. Do it there, that's fine, okay? So you're just inhaling, stretching out through the side. Again, allowing the movements that need to happen. So for me, stretching back feels really good. And I want to go into a nuclear pigeon. So with this one, you bring the foot forward. I'm starting with the left so you can see. You get on the karate chop edge of your foot. You see I'm on the outside edge of the foot, but you keep the ankle steady. You don't want it floppy. Okay, so don't collapse the foot. Don't let it hang. Just be really strong with it. Now this may be enough for you. You're pulling the front foot and back knee towards each other. If you want more, you lift the back knee. Okay? And again, you can keep the back knee down. Just get a little deeper to get into that hip. So in my opinion, this is much safer than pigeon for a lot of us, especially if you have sacroiliac issues, the lower back. Just pull the front foot, back knee towards each other. Get to where you're comfy. If you want to take that into a pigeon, you've got the alignment now, squaring the hips up. So the more open your hips are, the more you bring this foot forward. The more closed they are, the more you take it back. So find where you're comfortable. Keep the karate chop edge of your foot active. That's it. Roll forward. And keep pulling front knee and back knee towards each other. And the completion for me here is needing a little quadricep stretch. If you want to come up, you can come up. It's where it starts getting a little bit more intense. So if you want to come into mermaid, you can. Lean back. About as far as I get comfortable in this position. Wouldn't advise king pigeon for anybody who is pregnant. You know you've got good alignment, you can go with it. Otherwise, just exalt this as you wish. And release. Going a little bit deeper into it, coming full to the ground. Pulling the two knees towards each other so your hips across the back are straight. There should be no pain in the knee. If there is, please back off. So you give to the earth everything you're ready to surrender. Whatever aches, pains in the hips, whatever memories, frustrations, let them go. And when you're ready, release. For me, I'm enjoying the down dog. You know, I've got very, very light menstrual flow at the moment. So if you're heavy, I'd probably just stay down to puppy dog. Stretch it out here, even up a little bit higher. And stretch it out from there. Okay? Just give your lower back the stretch that it needs. Otherwise, if you're after day 3 of your bleed, you know that your flow is not very heavy, then that's fine to go into a down dog. Stretch out the hips. I haven't gone into any sideways figure of 8 yet. Wow. To get them flowing, feel into the sacroiliac joint, how it feels. Nice. And then pushing back. Coming down again. Bringing the right leg forward this time. So we usually start with the right. I tend to start with the left a lot of the time because, well, a lot of us are right side dominant, so that's where we will have imbalances. Good to stay hydrated, pure water, doTerra lemon drops. So Pulling the front foot and the back knee towards each other. You can see it slightly differently on this side, right? So heart soft, you can bow deep if you want to. That's somewhere you can go to. Otherwise, if you want to take this more into a deeper stretch, you take the back leg back, pull the front foot and the back foot towards each other. Feel the nuclear pigeon, the strong active foot, outside edge of the foot. If you want to bring the back knee down, you can keep pulling inwards. And then come down onto your elbows. Relax the head and the neck. And just breathe into it. See where your body needs to go with this. Again, pulling the feet towards each other. The heel pushing away is the cherry on top. And play with your buoyancy. So lifting one side as you pull the hips in. Good. All right, so now bringing the foot across, feeling into your pigeon pose, squaring your hips up as best you can. If you feel like you want to go back, you want to have a nice stretch, just again moving the inner thighs back, pulling the two knees towards each other, rooting the tailbone down. It can feel really nice just to stretch through different ways. I'm not pedantic about doing the same thing on each side because we're not the same on each side. So taking the left foot, bringing it to the outside of your hip. If that feels good for you, you can stretch up. If that feels okay. Taking the foot into the crook of the elbow. Just working into your version of mermaid. Just enjoying that. Make sure you're not on the back knee. Use straps if you need to. Square yourself off as best you can. And release. Those quadriceps definitely need a stretch. I think during any time when we need to take it easy and calm down, leg work is really helpful. Floor work, leg work, hips, thighs, hamstrings, pelvic. Oh, that feels so good. Just rest into it. And contemplate how lucky you are right now. I am very lucky. You can see the ocean. Hear the palm trees. Pretty awesome. Again, feeling the idea of pulling the left hip forward, right hip back, squaring the hips up. And then releasing. Coming back. Into down dog if that feels good for you. Again, micro bending the knees, lifting the armpits, forward and stretching back. Okay. So, sitting forward. Just seeing how long we've been. Yeah, so I talked for a few minutes. So we're looking at a half hour practice here, she says at the end. So bringing the feet into butterfly, again, I'm very comfortable on my sitting bones. I can sit forward really easily. If you find that you naturally roll back, that's not going to be great for you. So you want to wedge something under your hips, you can, under your buttocks. So a pillow's fine, or a folded blanket is fine. So we come into sealing the deal here. So we want to, what we've done is we've just released, let go, softened, allowing everything that's ready to be released through our earth chakra to be released. Now, if you're not careful, the earth chakra, which is a vortex of energy below your body, ends up being a bit of a holding pen for all the toxic stuff that you need to let go of, right? So it becomes a cesspit. That's why we have to keep anchoring our light through our bodies into our earth chakra. So when you connect to source, sun, moon, stars, you bring that energy through. Your I am presence will start to cleanse your earth chakra. It spins faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. You can do this with your hands now if you like, just to feel the quickening in your sacral chakra, root chakra, and earth. And then it's like that light just goes whoom, through your earth chakra, around the planet, back up through the center of the earth. So as it goes around, it's like water spreading everywhere, and then it pools into the center of the earth. And this is the new earth paradise paradigm we're creating. Breathing it back up through your body, a fountain of love light that you are. So we bring the hands to the heart, feet are in butterfly. Breathe in, breathe out. as you feel the light flowing through you from above and from below. From your heart, send this light down the right side of your body. I'm seeing bright white light. You might see a different color. And then breathe it up through the left side of your body. Breathing out down the right side. Breathing in through the left side. So the palms and the soles of the feet bring the connection, the bridge. One more time to the right. Into the left. And now breathe down your body and up your body at the same time. So you're connected, you're anchored, you're rooted, you're grounded, you're earth. And open your palms to receive the blessings. The outside edge of your hands are touching. So opening in trust to receiving the blessings that are in your life currently, just waiting to be acknowledged, discovered. So as you receive and overflow with those blessings, you can then turn your palms over. So you can slightly open your eyes, turn the palms over, and offer out the surplus. So this is the transformation, the giving mudra. Very good for the wrists as well. Just allowing that overflow to be utilized for the highest good of all. Good. So we're going to just finish with the psychic nadi shodhana, which is a way of entering into relaxation and practicing alternate nostril breathing without actually utilizing your hands. So the way I've been taught this is to always start breathing out through the left side, because you want to calm everything down. The Ida and the Pingala, the left side is the moon side, so it can calm everything down with the out breath. Then you inhale back up through the left and exhale down through the right. And inhale back up through the right. And you're kind of working with the triangle of the third eye, okay? So I'm going to lie down and talk you through this. It's really only 5 minutes or so. Remember to be very cautious about how you come down, okay? So especially if you are pregnant or you think you are, then just roll onto your side. You can release your legs out. Bring the microphone up so you can see. Here, and yeah, basically all you're going to do is let your arms out to the side, feet a little bit wider than your hips, move your inner thighs back, let there be a gap between your lower back and the floor that's comfortable, okay? You don't need a flat back. You can connect your ring finger and thumb, or you can connect your ring finger and index finger and thumb. Or you can just connect your index finger and thumb. Whichever one feels right for you is the right one today. If you prefer just to have the fingers open, that's fine as well. So we just had a lovely new moon, beautiful benevolent frequencies. So allow yourself to remember the sphere that's surrounding you, the core line that extends through you. And imagine the sliver of the new moon pouring her light upon you, through you, and in front of you. So now, when you breathe in, just imagine you're breathing in the moonlight through the crown of your head, up through both nostrils, and then as you breathe out, send it down your left nostril, down your left arm, towards your left palm. Then breathe in up the left nostril, up the left arm. And as you breathe out, send the breath down the right nostril and the right arm, like you're cooling moonlight in your palms. Now inhale, up the left arm, up the left nostril. Sorry, right arm, right nostril. And then send it down through your left arm again. Left nostril. In, up through the left, to the third eye. And as you breathe out, send the breath down the right side. And breathe in up the right side. Breathe out down the left side. Breathe in up the left side. And so you keep going. Don't worry about whether you're breathing through both nostrils or not. Just send it down the right. And breathe back up through the right. And allow the sounds around me, the sounds around you to be calming sounds. Just tuning in to the rhythm of your breath. Allowing yourself to open to the idea that you are safe. And say, I am safe. I am well. All is well in my world. I am allowed to relax. I am safe in my own skin. Everything that I need comes easily and effortlessly to me. I am that I am. And when you feel ready to come out of this, you can just deepen your in-breath. You may want to turn your head to the side, get a stretch down through the right side. And then inhale, center. Exhale to the right, so you stretch to the left side. Back to the center. When you're ready, just trusting your body and your breath, deepening your breath. Gently yawning your body away. If you want another little stretch on the floor, you can bend your knees, bring both knees to the left, so you're stretching through the right side first. This is advisable for twists because of the liver and the intestinal tract. So deep belly breaths here, turning your head the opposite way, and then inhale, center, exhale. Breathing deep, allowing yourself to come into this now moment, and then taking some time to roll to the side. Take a breath or two here before you come up. Great. Personally, I'm feeling good and ready to face the day in a nice, grounded, centered, and calm way. For those of you who don't know my sort of specialist niches, then it's worth noting I'm a pre- and neonatal trauma specialist. I started in the medium of yoga, and I'm a senior yoga teacher and a teacher trainer for an organisation called Birthlight. So I train in fertility, pregnancy, birth preparation, yoga during labour, postnatal, immediate postnatal recovery, closing the bones, longer term postnatal yoga, back to general yoga, baby yoga, toddler yoga, children's yoga, teen yoga. I've kind of followed the whole journey really to get to the place where I love working most with fertility and pre-fertility. So I run 2 courses that I personally have created, developed, and I run either as teach yourself online courses or through coaching with me, either online in small groups or one-to-one. And these are called Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me, which are for those of you who want to kind of come to understand that who you think you are isn't who you actually really are. It's who you've been conditioned to be. So this is before you're even thinking about having babies, or if you've already had them and you're wanting to come back to yourself and to an authentic relationship with yourself, and to learn to powerfully co-create your reality as I've been doing. So it is a very powerful course. It's been going now for I think about 4 years, at least 3 years, and it is amazing. Like the people that have been coming out of it and the stories of success. Just watch this space with everyone, really. And it's great for you if you want to change your job, change your relationship, attract love, attract money. It's giving you the foundation for every shift in your life and learning to be a powerful and conscious co-creator of your reality, aligning your subconscious with your conscious. So it's called Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me, and it's exactly what it says. That's what it's about, getting you to a place of no longer being motivated in your actions by fear, feeling empowered to be in your truth, and therefore free from the conditioning that binds you to be in a space that isn't your truth. And Conceive with Ease is a course I created for those who are either seeking to have a baby and haven't yet started their journey, or have been trying for some time and not getting the results that they want. So either they're not falling pregnant, or they're not able to have a pregnancy stick, they're having repeat miscarriages, or they've had repeat cycles of IVF and had no real successes there, as in a baby to take home, to grow and take home. My success rate is, I think, currently at 86%. So it is very, very different to anything that you will find in the assisted fertility methods out there. And it is much more than just going for acupuncture or changing your nutritional profile or going to a fertility yoga class. Any of those things on their own, you might get lucky, but it's actually a whole combination of things you can just do for yourself. Absolutely, acupuncture or reflexology, nutrition, yoga, specific to fertility will help. But if you don't do the deep inner work, the results are limited, as I've seen. People come to me when they've got to the point that they've tried everything else and they're willing to try things that are beyond their comfort zone. So I work with reprogramming your subconscious, because so much of the challenge that we have in conceiving is to do with our early programming, our time in the womb and the first 7 years of our life. I do a lot of pre-birth work with people, taking them back to the original imprint of the emotional landscape they inherited from their mothers. And again, their mother inherited it from their mother. There is no blame here, but it's recognizing that so many of the struggles that you live with day by day are ones you've inherited, and it's learning to work through them. So that's what I do. If you'd like to know more about this stuff, I'll put some links below, but the main thing is to book a breakthrough call with me, which is £100 UK, and that will then help us drill down exactly where you need to be in terms of what is currently going on that is preventing your breakthrough in whatever area of your life, and then what you can actually do beyond that breakthrough call to have long-lasting results. So the breakthrough will give you a quick win. It will give you relief from where you currently are, and an insight that's going to help you step out of feeling stuck. But if you really, really want to consistently co-create, it's then following through and looking at doing one of my coaching programs with me. And what I do, if you decide to go ahead with the group or the one-to-one coaching, is I'll take the cost of the breakthrough call off the cost of the coaching. There's the incentive to say yes to yourself at this stage. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Please do subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel. It's going to be full of lots of amazing stuff that keeps you aligned with grace, which is the frequency that allows you to let go easily of what no longer serves you. It's also the power of revelation and tapping into the gifts constantly being gifted to us without any resistance. So just allowing yourself to fill your cup. I'll leave it there. Have a beautiful day. In honor of Colette and her bloody show, that wonderful woman. I miss you, darling. I know you're with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.